is Isaac Ewuku Yebo. And also, so Meloka say results are Yesaka. This is here. They say the NDC has won that very particular seat. That medical so Akacho said we both this so. I was so north. Sunny Abraham of the NPP and Yusuf Isaka Jaja of the NDC. In fact, Yusuf Jaja sits there. And Meloka say, we're maintaining that.
MPP is losing Greater Accra, MPP is losing Western Region, MPP is going to lose Central Region. And we'll share Volta, Mama Ashanti, Mama Volta.
Yes.
Volta Region, Cecilia, EC, Emma, 2,373 polling stations. Out of the 2,000.
media election command center yes engine room nie uko electoral commission mo engine room political parties hold also mo engine room yes media general engine room nie ha na yama ne for the results no eba wo mo ekeka bom wo hwe me nsabenkum so a wo ma hyase a enkontafo wo say wo mass ekeka che ye jeje na hayi wo mo de ne kapa ekeka bom na minifa so ekeka bom enti ham na say results bia ye be projected wo ye screen so results bia ni figure bia wo be hu wo ye social media handle no so no ha and be free aba and don't see any catch say your election command center quickly when they am call be brave when I kodim komoni hu sene en konta no esi etie me do for hope so be katwi nya for na be camera for bia et say aduma na kwesen
na me adum bia boko na yeguso a ye sene wani tia na yeguso a say sene isitian polling station results no asha se eba nti ekeka boom the say ko website no so far 3news.com/elections won say
but your family website ni be bia be yan results o say when you den
3news.com/elections okon ma say results no asha se eba other media houses say chain for chance of constituency results Baba election command center we give you the data right from the polling station up till the EC declares.
Nice one. Enti mimi abema na mene na akasa nti mebody epini mewura ba ko ha ono so team say waya wada me for wada roma sorry na mehwe say height no if the height is heighting and I say pepe odo me hu say wa bre adwuma no koso so far so good adwuma mo ye no hu ni say hwehama me
Sisia de bibia boko bibia the din senya wo hono no result na start here but so as you can see no we are pinching the results and we are hoping say bibia be wano e bia be ko wano and any mistakes and I say enter wrong figure so that is what we are doing here
entimo ye parliamentary and presidential ni
oh yes ye ni mi no ni nyina
Sunday be ya obi buy online be hu say accuracy like results are mode akogu ho bibia dem na from so no ho bia enhu no so obi share obi tie ya obetumi assure ye viewers say adwuma command center ye na ye dey aba out no dem todo.
Oh, and it makes me assure 100% because it has gone through a lot of processes. This is the third step campaign to verify. Until no so your website and so you are rest assured the same figures na the amount are accurate and of course it's coming from media general. You can be assured say this is the election command center. Bana batwomu in some dia dia kutino mo pa.
Obi beka say trust the process, right? Ahanti ye mantie ne ye mabawa no e na wo hwemu a bread ye be wa type sa wo sa no nyo ya utim se okeka ne ma abomu a wo hwese bibia no e betumi akoso my dear sorry na hwemani mo camera no ye ni komo kakra so far so good and then 3 days or 2 days near shase a mo ye adwuma Jen need to say
come on what was the stress kakra ho ba bibia ye fine bibia ye okay for now
Juma no mo shase say na wo hu se process ne tie enkrofo visit ye social media handles no na figures na mo drop no so bi hwe na otie ya teacher say dey empese chanko because MG4 na mo dey ye be hwe na mu ye say no obi hwe ya sebe na ka che Ghana for
as of now no oko website na so bibia wo no I go through various processes enti figure bia wo no legit for now yeah
but that's it degree enti ebusian for mamaga brani ni komo kakra wa ha le do beka twa ma me fabro for sem emma utim se le go for wa ha no mo aha enti say adwuma no so far mo sha se process not to say who say wa brand so fa brand to woni anya adwuma e kwa say
but so far smooth and as we all said, BBI is accurate because it's for media general, of course. Yeah.
On the trees, enti ye liberty ha. Ebusia for election command center and na engine room. Enti result be a free polling stations eba ewo o my Ghana mu no had a befa ansana. Yes yet me bi aka na ya project atremo ewo ye screen so ewo ye platforming na so. Enti besa so ko back to Omia studio na mikojo atwa so ewo amai wo mai besa so ba bio. Ya be hwe sene adwuma no eko
All right, ma menda was say efia na afeno entetem so yembra studio it's pointed very clear and very strong that the NDC is leading in Greater Accra region.
I see.
And that they are leading in the Central region, they are leading Western region. As it stands now, the NDC is leading region, leading Bono region, they are leading Bono East, they are leading Central. The NDC is leading Greater Accra region. The NDC is leading Northern region, Oti region, Savannah region, Upper East, Upper West, Volta, Western, and Western North. And then the NPP is also leading in the Ashanti region, Eastern region, and then North East region as it stands now. And we'll be doing something. And then the National Democratic Congress press conference. And 2000.
Yes.
2000. NDC. Anya press conference can people time and results but you let's go and this is Sami Jemfi is addressing the media.
That is the stage we have gotten to at the moment. This is where every Ghanaian, especially NDC supporters and sympathizers, must join our polling agents and observers and security teams to accompany EC officials with various ballot boxes and electoral materials to various EC constituency coalition centers. And so if you are listening to this address, on behalf of our leader and father, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on behalf of the incoming President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, make your way to your constituency coalition center. If you were at the polling station at the time of declaration, I'm sure you are by now following the ballot box and other electoral materials to the EC coalition center in your constituency, the constituency coalition center. If you are not at the polling station and you're hearing this message wherever you are in your constituency, this is the time for you to play your role. You have voted. Your votes have been counted and declared at the polling station. Now you have the responsibility to protect those votes. And so this new stage of constituency coalition is of utmost importance to all of us. And our leader would want all of us to stop the jubilation until results are duly collated, declared at the constituency coalition centers, the results forms at the constituency coalition centers duly filled and signed by the various party coalition agents, and our agent is giving his or her copy. You don't jubilate. You only jubilate after the results have been declared, agents have signed, or better still, our agent has had the official certified copy of the results so declared by the Electoral Commission at the constituency coalition center. This is the reason for this press conference. And please, when the results is duly declared and we take a copy of the results form as required by law, ensure that the results as declared is posted at the constituency coalition center. You take your phones, you take pictures of that as evidence. It is very important that we all do that. We also want to put all our agents, our executives, from the branch level to the ward level to the constituency level to the regional level and the national level on high alert. The NPP is desperate, and when you're dealing with a group of people who are vicious and desperate at the same time, you need to be careful. You need to remain vigilant until the last vote is counted and the results is finally declared by the returning officer for the presidential election at the national level. we have picked intel that the NPP has now activated their rigging machinery to its full potential. In the next couple of minutes, and in fact, they have already started, they will be engaging, or they will be trying to snatch ballot boxes and swap ballot boxes. They will be trying to swap pink sheets. They will be trying to use their thumbs to manipulate the outcome of the election results. Don't forget what happened at Jaman South in 2020. Don't forget. And so let's all remain vigilant. This is not the time for celebration. We all know the outcome, and the time for celebrating that outcome will soon come. But for now, we need to work. We need to be vigilant. And so if you're listening to me now, please go to your constituency coalition center now. And all our party supporters, those who are in the position to defend and protect our agents and officials, please move to the constituency coalition centers now. Let's ensure that the process will be peaceful and the will of the people, as expressed at the polls in all the over 40,000 polling stations, is what will count and stand at the end of the day. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Now I'll do a brief summary in the Tree language. Abusuafo a yɛhyia yɛda mu nyinaa ase. Yɛnti a yɛne mo yɛnnuanom nsɛnkyerɛwfoɔ ɛdi saa nkɔmmɔ yi. And by extension, Ghanafoɔ nyinaa ɛdi saa nkɔmmɔ yi ne sɛ abatoɔ no yɛato awie deɛ, but yɛnyɛ nwie abatoɔ no ho nhyehyɛeɛ. Wohwɛ abatoɔ no mmerɛ da ho a afei ne yɛfiti ase yɛnnu baabi a. Enti this is not the time when we say woyɛ NDC ni a wotisi kuru sɛ wokɔgye w'ani. This is not the time when yɛde ba bɛbɔ nnwom asa. This is not the time for celebration, because yɛnim ɔmo a yɛne ɔmo gyina akɔnɔ, and yɛnim ɛpɔ abɔ mmerɛ kakra ake. This is the time when ɔmo ahosuo ɔmo di ntwo no ɔmo afiti aseɛ ɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo snatch ballot boxes, swap ballot boxes. Ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo sell processing in many places. Ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo attack NDC supporters with ɔmo ntitirafo a ɔmo atete ɔmo na ɔmo amema ɔmo ɔmo tuo. And this is not the time for celebration. Baby, I do the polling station. You have constituency coalition center. And when you have polling stations, results are back. Various polling stations in Abu. You have we are about to commission and the constituency results no at to get and be active. You may the boom cracker so my agents in the almost a chance here. My agents in Saka no copy we are. And then they will be to Yajiweni, now celebrating. But until then, don't be in any jubilation mode. It's a more mood here. So now we're polling station, and you're Boba Abana. I was say what agents, any NDC observers, now we deep ballot box next cheap. Just say they do constituency coalition center 10. Ọba bọkọ sẹ ọmọ bẹ delay post process no ọbẹ bibiri yẹ sẹ ha ballot box ẹ maa yẹ ha di ayi say all to create the room to manipulate the will of the people as expressed at the polls. Iti yẹ ma yẹ ni na hɔ te sɛ abo obi afi n'ani na o dɔ Ghana na waba na watɔ no o bɛ sɛ ɔbɔ ɔmo ban nko adeɛ a ɛni yɛ beebi awo bi a move to constituency coalition center o kɔ adeɛ o hia yɛ o Kenya o torchlight o phone. The echoes be a so full Nava record. And Koyede Pentokra, a Pesibia Sundri, Ghana Kwani or Maya, Unamedia Maya, Tia Bibia Sibia Baya Sundri, Nemo de Wine I was all in Titrasem, Ebia Bermudia, or seeing my kind of boom, the Ebia employed to defend the sanctity of the process and the will of the people, the democracy of this country. We must resist. It's just a moment, baby. By any aqua, as to be Pansudin, Yakwa Professor, the agents and one, there was some way. Now, you can have fear, need our coalition with the Yabacoso. Yababa, you repair by agents who be out in the South Asha because the dear would have come problem dear. Now, the results not carried down. The agent had a copy of me, will be out in the phone and picture the area and the way to me. Akojiweni. And Kaibo Kakra, and we and Kaiboa papa ya bi nyina obema no nyankopon ede na magana oba beji afi kwaso mu ene ahochire no you are John Dramani Mahama and also Mefa Kaiboy Emamo. We thank you very much for your patience and your time. We will still crave your indulgence to continue to be here with us because in due course we'll be addressing you. Thank you very much.
Sami Jemfi na wote ne kano ono na ye kasama for kase and the National Democratic Congress. Now to so kasa me medical catch no say abana wotu wi amen kofie. Sai die chire makato say men kofie kosi say ye be wi eno ana Sami Jemfi abeka catch no. Men kofie biewani ni ye wi aw biewani polling station hono ye corporation center men sign call call na ye hwade okay so ye call I have a region ewo 836 polling stations as it stands now sisi ameno kasino 343 and abidru and abidru na 343 na abidru no Jaman or 48,477 and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ewo 41,197 TNDC LED ewo a year a half region Ashanti region almost 7,100 polling stations say ameno casino 2,210 and abidru na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ewo 411,099 and John Dramani Mahama ewo 198,638 Oba Bono regional Bono ewo 1,574 polling stations say ameno kase 549 and abidru representing 34.9% of the total polling stations. And Nona Apano, John Dramani Mahama of the NDC, LED, with 73,091 votes, and then Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, it was 60,395. Bono East, it was 1,534 polling stations. Out of that, 473 and Ababidru, and also John Mahama of the NDC LED with 71,023 votes, and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia 43,425. Central region, one more 3,638 polling stations. Cecilia Meno Casadia 1,129, and Abidru Central region. So John Dramani Mahama LED with 176,853. And Dr. Mahmoud Baumia 112,983. Eastern region, one more 4,138 polling stations. 1,277 and Abidru Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and the elite Eastern region with 160,355 and John Dramani Mahama 146,610. We're free Eastern region. That's our Greater Accra regional. Greater Accra region. And polling stations ewafi abatonu almost 7,914 polling stations. Out of the 7,914 polling stations, 2,080 and Ababidru and also John Dramani Mahama LED with 326,293 votes, and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia 174,107. We friend one Northeast. Northeast, I was 750 polling stations. Say Ameno Casino, Emu 107, and Abidru, and number 107, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Edu Northeast, with 15,445, and John Dramani Mahama, and 12,563. Yako Northern Regional, Northern Region, I was 2,464 polling stations. Say Ameno Casino, Emu 238, and Abba. John Dramani Mahama LED or 42,802. And Dr. Mahmoud Baumia 24,564. OT region, one more 1,013 polling stations. Says here 328. And I am ready. Now, and also John Dramani Mahama, ALD, with 48,428, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 19,236. Wofri Oti region number Savannah. Savannah was 794 polling stations. Say 157 and Abba. And also John Dramani Mahama, ALD, with 26,510. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 7,546. Upper East region, 1,592 polling stations. Say 208 and Abba. 208 na Abano. John Dramani Mahama, ALD, with 39,382. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 10,801. If you want about Upper Wester, Upper West, 1,307 polling stations. Say 299. And Abba Apedru, John Dramani Mahama, ALD, with 48,643. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 15,306. Volta region, 2,373 polling stations. Say 1,149. And Abba Abedru, John Dramani Mahama, ALD, with 251,444. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 22,952. Woko Western Regional. Western region, 2,738 polling stations. As it stands now, 691. And Ababedru, John Dramani Mahama, ALD, Western region, with 96,128. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 66,065 votes. What about Western North? 1,211 polling stations. Say 347. And Abba. John Dramani Mahama, ALD, so far, Ghana Mantom Makumako Edusia, 16 regions, John Dramani Mahama, ALD, 13, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and Sulidi with me and son. Baby, John Dramani Mahama, ALD, Ahafo, Bono East, Central, Greater Accra, Northern region, and Afei, Oti, Savannah, Upper East, Upper West, Volta, Western, and the Western North. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, so ALD, Ashanti region, Eastern region, and then North East. Jay?
Yes, this is the Elections Command Center. Ghana, assistance. Now, so parliamentary provisional results via Abba Asawase. I say about 140 polling stations and a polling station result, provisional one, and Abba out of 214 polling centers. I say Manaf of the NPP were 18,524 votes, and Mutaka Mubarak is still leading by 26,362. So there's a 7,738 clear difference. But I say police centers no do na so banner eba Asawase as it stands up 140 police centers results and about provisional one and
okay. But check and then the year in a quarter about what the polling station one.
Yes.
I don't know now one or
Ose.
check and then the year in a quarter about on one polling station. Only one.
A provisional results.
But then we know one. I don't hear that drama.
If you're not near the police station B, I don't know what police station.
Only the two about polling station.
The same police station.
Only one.
I see. If you're not that's what I'm one.
The catcher, General Eskin, baby on one to about Nayere and the driver, Unya zero.
I am also told, sir, I was so West Wegon. It looks like John DeMello of the NDC are taking lead. He's leading comfortably. So that particular word the catcher is about your he's in a very comfortable lead. But so that is John DeMello. I was so West Wegon. Only did something that he board is so lead comfortably ɛwɔ bodi saso ɛna medical catcher sɛ afaja to south ɛwɔ the voter region and ayesua no okay ɔmo nyinaa so elidi me no ka say ɛyɛ so to the NPP candidate ɛwɔ hɔ no Emmanuel Tobi is leading comfortably ɛwɔ hɔ no okay so Megakoma the authentic result from Pristia Honey Valley, and I am told to say Wisdom Kujo of the NDC is also leading. As before said, Mekano now the result.
JB, let me say this that the whole Ghana is watching on your team.
Absolutely, absolutely,
and we will not disappoint you. I know they may catch you.
Yes,
as it stands now, 10,200 people are live on Facebook.
10,000.
10.2K. As it stands now, your comment Mako 8,600. And I feel 126,000K views. Woman, on share them be able to or to one of him say and I would say but one. We look at 10.2K and I want 5,200 likes. But we're telling you we will not disappoint you and we'll give you genuine results as and when it drops. If I say said police stations say what Ghana every region I am telling you it's more Akuma and talk William but Facebook follow share back open up Mabufu. All of you on Facebook just share it, share one. Me share media. Me share. It also share. Come we have friend can also one sound also we are also me enko. Na after you 11 and then go 12. Then ko pacho was share that was my enko my enko.
You just saw the scenes from Ablikuma West constituency where the residents there or the electorate are rejecting some ballot boxes because they say the ballot boxes are without seals, and so they are rejecting the ballot boxes and the contents of the ballot boxes. And earlier, Blessing Bliss from POM, our reporter on the ground, also walked us through the figures there, and it was quite clear that it's a close call there. The figures are quite close. The incumbent Esla Uswekufo and the NDC's candidate, the difference is very close, and so you can understand the level of vigilance in the constituency. And now the development happening there with the people, they're rejecting certain ballot boxes and its content simply because the ballot boxes are not sealed. And so once they are without seal, they are saying no to those ballot boxes. Now, so I mean, one would have thought that, like I said earlier, the popularity of Esla Osokufo, among others, elections no. Oh my goodness. Your phone. Can you hear me? I can't make a samba ebe twasuna bibi me. Ako fine. O can the phone share and then ibre Padis no any abre. So Ashanti region 7,100 polling stations are what to make a Madway.
But the no, no, obvious me MPA, and dear woman, we had a cramp on a stone now. Obvious me Piany at the number hospital. They say not all your here, and I can't tell you what it is. Yan and theatre, one more echo, I'm call out, one more banner, and a VA, one more SDA, the other canister, only in the cano. Honorable our captain eka ena etuo tutu ye ehwe mu a wo de aku na all your boys ba na wakane so de wo ya bag wo ya no pia den enti na start na wada ka ni mu enti ne ka ya wo hu aha no say pia you know yeah man no boys too ena wo mo ebu nwa ba ko ahwe mu ba ko waka no wo mfi na so no hu aka nipa say ye be pie say pia yi enti ya na so a e wa ha no say ya tell who don't be only ba na and you know, I have to just say, I got the show now about the two hot table. What is going on about the two hot? What is going on about the two hot captain? What is doing this so and I tell you we what's the comment? What's the I want to but I'm saying I can't afford to another two saying. It's not fair. You better study it. I don't follow. If you know what we know, oh my goodness, Captain. Captain, where to go and ask you no? And you want to go and have a dream. Yeah, and so I know we are not. I am Serbia. Only one of the one I am Serbia. Only one of the one I am Serbia. And then I have a police car. Police car, and I have a police car, and
all right, agree.
One at the time, what we are first for next year. Also, the government and the party for next year. And actually, I would just say that please, because we are doing a platinum. Fellas, now your NDC candidates. Nishia, your way. Fellas, now call your fear and your way. I to rent some cassia saying, at your captain, and to any time who I will be, and what will be nine. Now, you say, and one no. Na captain here, election here, I want to say, hi.
If you want to 22 years, now say, to a continent would be rough ye.
One say, I'm going to center, one more ever. I sit in the center. I don't call you one more back. Now, I can't come on my blue as you know. Here, 2 hours, and then I do. I said, a person for about I don't know hospital. And they can't say, let's see, and what about the brain was to one, and our posted. Don't go down. No, and we are taking Kayano. Young morning now to Sadia. Now, so to me was in our call you. Well, you can't be a young to sit in our call your Benano. But no one, and yet our stronghold from Park. Now call you to make a young boy. I say, how? Now, obey him, sir, and wrong, and won't see, and I must have, I dear way saying, I see, and then I know the attack to yet mention. Say, I put it for an hour. Oh, my father, yeah, one will know, and then one woman, or more other family call. Say, yes, is worker, as I saw for only anything to trade. Yeah, and you have to know about the duty I was saying. Yeah, the about the duty has they say. They say the captain and let them on the fire. And I did you done call your fear has day. If we say fire, you're back to grandpa. You're back to police center one. Say, no, I be or hospital. And we bring papa. Which I say, and mamma, and what fear hano. One word to a dear. One young papa for Mutu. Now I bring a young to her, yeah, Romuno. Look at the now one shot in the air personal. Now, in fact, now I am day. Now, so some. On the train number. Yeah, my room. Not your room, you shall say, and mamma, one a pay. One knows how will be a different for final. Now, this the way I will election easy. But go to me,
2 This is very unfortunate, and I keep telling people, say, yeah, to about. Abana Yeto, and if you are losing, you lose. If you're winning, you're winning. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Tidaben done it before Sabia Bruce Sabia Nyar, Yebis answer. Must we do this? Must we do this? No, I don't think. I mean, what is wrong with us? No.
If you are trying to really surpass their background, I mean, and also you accept picture. So the police, the Ghana Police Service, Ashanti Region surpassing their backgrounds. Please.
Yeah, call Ladade Kotopo Crosby. Crosby, what's in Kamajoe? Hello, Crosby. Crosby and Timinka. Ashanti Region, out of the 7,100 polling stations, I want to say 2,510 Abidru. Now, John Dramani Mahama, 225,365. And Dr. Mahamadou Baumia, 472,004 votes. So, Dr. Mahamadou Baumia, LED, Ashanti Region. Eastern Region, out of the 4,138 polling stations, 1,449 and Abidru, John Dramani Mahama, 168,270 and Dr. Mahamadou Baumia, 185,803. North East, one more 750 polling stations. 131 and Abidru. Dr. Mahamadou Baumia LED with 19,581. John Dramani Mahama 16,003 votes. So these are the three regions, sir. Dr. Mahamadou Baumia, LED, Ewo, Eho, Ahafo, Bono East, Central, Greater Accra, Northern Region, Uti, Savannah, Upper East, Upper West, Volta, Western and Western North. John Dramani Mahama is leading in all these regions. And also, okay.
Very interested. Ghana, 95.1 FM on Facebook and of course Unia TV. Hi, Wabato Asoye. We don't check on Facebook. I said 12.9k views. About 12,000. Looks so promising. But results are provisional results are every various polling centers. Emba, Sisia, Yelina or Hanamuzimanika, ACB, SO, and Trump. Ewo Asawase Constituency. Medika Kachel said 140 out of 214 polling centers and a few hundred more and the result is that Manaf setting 18,524 votes as against Mutaka, who is currently in a comfortable lead, 26,362 votes. Now, Medikaso Amwaya was Ejimako Yam Esia Kessel Atoforsen LED Ewo Honomo Melo Casassia Sasso and Ascent South Ben Steven so currently LED Reverend Intim Fojo Ewo Ascent South the seats of John Kwabena Amuasani but Melo Cassadia the NDC Bento Godfred Henry LED Ewo Honomo Ewo Empoho in the Western region. Sasso and official North. Yes, so official North assistance now. Caesar Ampo Champion of Fosu LED Dr. Fred Chi Asamoah. Ewo the official that's the results we are getting now. Sasso and the Blade Nameke. LED Andrew Japan Mesa in the second day.
Okay, Western Regional. And Zima seats now, all the seats in Zimala, then this year winning seats now.
And this is for
all the 3 seats at war in Zima swinging now. NDC, AFA, SA seats in there. So as it stands now, the NDC is leading the NPP in the parliamentary elections, and then John Mahama is also leading the presidential elections. But that unfortunate incident, Akoso Ewohono, Yebesre, Ghana for Yebesre. It is a wild polling station and our constituency. What is it to a to that will be the wa asumdwe will be the declared winner. Then a one kasa ayana ufili.
And mind you, sir,
you think so much moje guna work scot free?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nice. I think we need a president. Jamie, we need a president to do elections. Or then a 9 basic form. Now, we're warning, so we're warning the parliamentary candidates. And whoever said, what it who asked the EC to declare null and void.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is how we should rule, manage this country. How?
Because as it stands now, here, two guys, Akoswogo ballot box, look at this.
Why?
Just
maybe I agree.
Maybe
what part? Roma father bottom, non for windy fufu, ubefi. Let's not do these things. Why? Why? What was that? Their airport said somebody thought that they could deploy the military to do their bidding.
To intimidate.
And then that's what they want to know. Police of all fire, yeah. The police must call. Police of all fire, yeah. And you see, these are the things say, Ghana, I am waiting to see a day. Many JB now. Many a CPP, JB another party. Now, you could tell somebody I got to a banana comes over 2 years, or so 2 years. We are quite enough. I couldn't differ sorry, near call. Maybe 3 years to catch us at Metro Mama. Moi. Miss Mamma catch him still all over the MPP.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I put in agent.
Yes. Also, the women organizer. This is how we should do it. This is how we should do it. Because I had 2000 second round.
Yeah.
Let me get friendly Rama. Now I know yeah NDC and I'm here NPP.
Very refreshing.
Yes, me took her. Maybe your operations alone.
Then I'm going to chase you.
What's it?
Then I'm going to toss you.
Oh, I know. I tell you. So, you know what happened? Yeah, quiet, basa. Also, put me when you know so. Era,
what did that tell so?
Era, man, did you any? That time you saw ML White.
Okay.
AS. No. Because can I had that about Obi toy. And you see, yeah. make off. You know something? And it was so beautiful. Let me say this. Make off find some Kotoba.
Oh, go find some
Kotoba.
About the NDC.
Now, I take care of I got him said. Matweti out. Matweti out. Now me ma kwesi the polling station.
No akoto aba.
Now we see the card him. No akoto aba no. No asa 20 MPP. And I'm so okay and I also check car driving. I'm so go see me e o measure. That time me to about book room.
Oh, okay.
Inline.
Yes.
That's say they also drive them so me got to out. And also driving me a coin here got to tear home. Now yeah ba ni e toncha.
Hey, China person do
Hey Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time.
Nice guy. You see, I remember very well. Honorable ya was Mafo.
Yes.
Nini ya back also the Mafo.
Yeah.
I forgot it. Kojoma for Capital FM, Capital Radio. Honorable Mafo with Mafo.
Yes.
I mean, 2008. No, who was Mafo? But I'm here, no. Over Tracy, Eddie here.
George Lapo.
Honorable FPO, who you so Lydia.
Yeah.
Lydia. Who's no FV? Yeah. Or you draw FV Kakra. Now, none down for pa. Or secretary.
Okay.
Now, or yeah, typical Ashanti, or yeah, typical NDC. Typical Ashanti, typical NDC.
What is unusual?
Now, if I am told I can't not to say, Saka, I remember when you be Mudia, come my son don't call MBA. But said I didn't tell you a few ways. And what to you know, over for more whiskey. We're trying to whiskey fine, but this is not now. Yeah, I mean. You are simple. For elections, it's one of the things. When you lose, you? I mean, why? I mean, fuck Godwin. Ewo Asiliba, Ewo Ahomano, Eso. Godwin, what's in car, Majue? Na Bibia Bokore. Brapani, me who you do. Boy, come on, Yanko.
Yes, I say. Hello?
But my constituency, I wanted a castle.
Right. So, we were Dom Cabana constituency, Hannah say. We have no image. One of the biggest polling centers, or Dom Cabana, Hannah Anglican 1 and 2 primary school, which is consisted of 13 polling centers. Now, there are 13 polling centers. Before I will even delve into the number of people who casted their votes, for the very first time, I was at polling center 30 years. Anglican 1 and 2 primary school, NDC 4, we need both presidential and parliamentary side as well. For the very first time in the constituency. Most of residents know they want to change because since the NPP took charge the past year, there's not been any sort of development in the area. About almost schools, almost roads, astroturf, health sector, they haven't seen any improvement at all. And that was the reason why Omar voted massively. Easy for both parliamentary and presidential. Before or earlier, Okwe Jr., who is the son of the former Speaker of Parliament, Professor Patrick from Maneka, said, or is so confident there because the Dom Kabanya constituency has a stronghold, and the new patriotic party in stress here, a more Emma. And Sinana Jimmy from an opinion, he was very excited, hoping there, or maybe with me, Dom Kabanya constituency, and also say, but this type Waka by involved Joasapua, Ogusuye, MP, Emma Dom Kabanya, the absenteeism from Parliament, and all of the drama leading to her losing her exterior position in Emma. And NDC and parliamentary candidate now or aspires to be an MP, which is Faustina Elegant Akubu and this time around, original 2020 against Ajasa for Wayne, and the confidence that this time around the original against Michael Queen Jr. So let's now delve into the outcome of the results that came out tonight after history officials may announce it. So, Anglican 3 began, NPP 4 94, and NDC 4 161. Over Dome 1 NPP 4 101, and NPP 4 140. Over Anglican 3 NPP 4 116. And NDC 4 146. Everybody is presidential. Over Dome 5 NDC 4 93. And NDC 4 133. Over Anglican 7 NPP 183. And NDC 200. and 2. Woba Anglican 1A, NPP enya 103, and NDC enya 141. Woba Anglican 1A, NPP4 enya 103, and NPP4 enya 144, and 41, that's what I mentioned. Woba Anglican 1B, NPP4 enya 110, and NPP4 enya 141. Woba Anglican 2, NPP 4, enya 197, and NPP 4 enya 209. Woba Anglican 4, NPP 4 enya 114, and NPP 4 enya 198. Woba Domi 5A, NPP 4 enya 104, and NPP enya 121. Woba Anglican 8A, NPP 4 enya 97, and NPP 4 enya 127. Woba Anglican 8B, NPP 4 enya 128, and NPP 4 enya 80. Woba Anglican 6, which is the last one, NPP 4 enya 156, and NPP 4 enya 243. It's got the most clear out results with that. That is the NPP has measured all the 13 polling centers. And just like I indicated, so try to put shit on the people. Basically, the not moving at things. It's not already at the year, and it's not results outcome, yeah, at the back. When we move to the parliamentary side, yeah. Like junior and approval are all contested the second time against by three. Junior only the third hit on the block now. NPP4, NPP4 lead 99, and Anglican 20, and NPP4 161. Over domain 1, NPP4 104, and NPP4 143. Over Anglican 3A. And my corporate junior, we have 118, and Fortina, 150. Lupa, Anglican 7, 183 for my corporate junior, and Fortina, and 208. So counting down to about 18 of the polling centers, and more Anglican 1 and 2 primary school, no. Miss Mia, I can hear that NDC for in both presidential and parliamentary side as well. But before let's follow, I'm just walking through the historic background about Don coming up on 21 of what when you look me, as I said, a good photo of the NDC to kill a commanding victory with 78,467 votes, which represents 50.58% of polling vote cast and was previous election vote.
All right, Gordon, my man, yes. Now, yeah, forward the SSUDH, the best be an hour, yes, what's it? What was the maker? Yes, so what's a Biaka about the Brian?
And results are very from the various polling stations.
Very well, very well.
Just say polling stations are what they are. Not presidential. It's almost like say NDC are winning almost all the polling stations that want to make constituency.
Not almost all the polling stations, but if you are making a Anglican 1 and 2 primary school, and I'm like a biggest, or don't be young constituency, I say, it was that constituency, one of more 13 polling centers. It is not polling centers, and I had it before, it's all the stations, I presidential and parliamentary. And according to Constituency, so this is the first time agency ever.
All right, I mean, that's a good BBS Patrometo Safre.
Yeah, better.
All right. Godwin, Ote Kano. I told you, Sadomi Kwabenya, the biggest polling stations I walk Ghana Hanono. Now, BBC.
And the biggest TV station in Ghana
now,
Ayobia TV. And of course, the whole world is watching us.
Me penifone tonchia. Yeah, tonchia. I think my yakwa man sona a queer sapoma ene na koyo ewo hona fe on into an common so abakria wo ye
Captain Yankopon Andro me ho ye
to aso ho my
yo Captain say de ye kan yakwa amane ama ewiase Ghana for ate de ekoso etu a akoso enne anwumre ya ewo awutu senya East Constituency abra Felix Nakoyo ene ne nkrofo efesete polling centers bia omodane wo mo a wo mo ba fie na sesei abrantie ba ko krana na wacho na nanom ewo siedo na ba ko ka ho susu aprapra ani eye nyan no eno ho ene da so wo no wono mo Nakoyo ewo mention honorable good evening honorable eden na koso wo to senya East
anyway ye ya asepa na the center Michuaba a static rice polling center. Omoye Ahinkaina, which the whole public CBT, Yamo, Minister, other centers are putting things together. It's a me free step to try some. And I mean, who say VHB, I trust it, my official card, you Stack and I make you for over 1 year. A party card, you should. It's a VHB, HAC, a cano, na mene, me call for and a tecan. Na and one is say, in performance, sa V8 coming on. Or my status say on to Yankee, young call from Yenuji, Omoda from ground, Omoda from it, Yanakashwa, Yante Asempa. Na yen results are a free each of the polling center ever. Say ye didn't put him. Say now call you. A didn't put him. Say MDC. A didn't put him. Ewa Kashwa. Hawa Kumsin is down. She has lost the election terribly. Now me percent Ghana phone na said the same people are making one over the last 4 years. Simon, Kamal and the rest. I'm making one last 2 weeks from a year press conference. I can't watch them say how I come sin. I saw Papa see money boku guys. I'm in to me airport hotels are on our police are ATM. These are the same people are put it back. Put in comfort and will be fear. I say Ghana is not safe. Kashwa is not safe. Me person can't check party for now from Accra across the regions. Across Ghana, someone in Ghana, among factory, and brought Kashwa, because Kashwa, this is unprecedented. Yeah, Papa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we're winning elections, the hands down. Mudia Babu Bibia, and it's not call your Okuno. Missouri winning elections, the hands down. Hawa is a gunner, and if she cannot take this bitter pill, she can go and drown the ocean. Yeah, Bibia, say, Monko Coalition Center Hall. Now don't be deterred by this distraction. Go to the collation center. I am coming to join you there for that declaration because the seat is ours.
Captain Nakoyo and I said Canon. I said yeah the kind of traffic chanama if you are seeing no. Said yeah way Nakoyo is here. Yeah, Captain. Me talk, Captain.
Pacho bisa Nakoyo mama said na wo ba na cars me dodo ye say they na
so papa.
Besides, na the cars na yes say cars na omode coffee na yes say.
Honorable Obana cars na yes and the 20 kaya no be and no na wuti mu bi no.
20 kaya no. Me official mahindra na me use no. Party car no. And no na me timu bi no. And no sure na etro no e kaya.
Enti one more 20 car one na one more ete car na chi no mo te front and na he fan one
mo ti echi. No mo ti me car na echi.
And it's only count.
Can't actually say a child and you say a child will be a woman, but can't actually out yatum.
I can't pick up, say, I pick up my hand drum, pick up. It's almost a can't.
And another what's in
okay,
but
see me question you need to be son mammy. Cast and I yet do saying back home. And on one won't be the branch and the witchery. And I said, cast and I yet do saying,
can't I am here no back where you and I'm back where you.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's the idea woman idea chin and to a kind.
Yeah, dear children.
Eti kano Land Cruiser Black no e cross wo de na say be share montem.
E buy the mechanic no start some fire.
Wo car na say de di wo car na chi no.
There be me a mechanic.
Okay.
Me a mechanic.
But na wo drive it.
Pacho Debbie.
Okay.
Now me driver na make Chicago.
All right. Mo wo car na wo yes na na team.
No, yeah, 6 on that Chicago.
Okay. Na Pacho, what's the 2 gunshot what's a bad do be say?
Yes, say to drop by 3.
Bad do be 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Enti omo tutu no wie no, omo di mo chi be sam ho koya na so omo dane wo mo ho.
Pacho mo dane o mo ho koya.
All right. Ekwe no into aso.
Okay, it's the honorable saying, and I'm obeying the woo to us at Enumeria, we say a posse.
Ah, your friend police farmer. I'm about to say, am I a casa? What is no? I'm about to echo. Now, I can't cry. Police for next part, they mechano with their body. And I'm what you call a friend saying, maybe I'm the call because I didn't go with them. Now, the person make a check a party for in us and man almost straight. They should start jubilating because we have won the elections hands down. Omoma energy, na protection no. Omoma emu anything. They cannot steal this victory away from us. Hawa Kumsen has lost the election. Kakswa is free.
And the captain, I want to say is, but let's not for your fear, and I decided to be a fry, and the bread, Yashafui.
I mean, I was here for that wonderful report. We shall umrena customer, you know, and so now, non doable. I am a year, I am a yes, a gun and Iba Kuwa, and I have it. Because Ghana be yet and chair, or mind be clear, so I want everybody to live. Now, Yinano. Together, let's build this country devoid of whoever. What I say, baby, your mining corner, and we shall for you. Yet, to come on again, a copepis if you Belgium. Come on.
Belgium, they say so. Mauritius, you are called
Belgium. Almighty said Belgium. Almighty said Singapore, Switzerland. Almighty said wine, Sweden, Denmark, Ghana, Kwame. I'll cut the Sweden, I'll cut Denmark, Ghana, Ghana, Belgium, or where they are, as well. I mean, yeah, Mama and Senasi, the MPP and Fanny Pebia Kusibe Bia. And this in Fanny Pebia Kusibe Bia. Because passport now would took a Yadamano. Would you were gonna have one wish for the Wujania or party D a new passport? Party D a new passport. For once, we a bebuna, my draining Yajuma. Mamma, I'm also for any other and to as so me ban for your various polling stations across the country, and then we'll let you know what's happening over there. All right, Adaba, Majo.
Middle Captain.
About to ask you, Mammy.
Your captain, Pilgrim Apple, at my not as yes. Now, therefore, with my one F14 extra areas, the water of the and Swapa, and I'm not saying that those are 280 and that or horseman or horse share. I'm about to know apostle. A form on so and a police station, 880, or the charges there, or they may. Any pictures name the results now at the back collation center Hanum. Now, the Manota, but the Modio collation center Nabano, or Doko, a Mercedes, I saw them
it's a resource band or horse say between Abobia Maya.
It's a day that say, and never about whom you know about a trip. The time is that a good to your look at it. Nina was on Shananka, or more than the results Nina and Kayansha Boro. A different Akupe and it is Waha. And it is done because they say a 40 electoral areas. No, you now go through the any possible. Make that say, I'm going to go to a electoral areas. Areas or had an assembly of what is negative 208 now. Good law would be a movie was maybe about the chief and my actual I'm sure they are 200. And they are also everything near Drew Yaman, they have 100. Grammy, why 280 and there was
all right, now I'll say Eti Anipa and Wote Ninkano I don't know. Ode?
Yes. So Mamirame Ghana for any we are through to some provisional results are about as it starts now. My main focus on one Mutaka and Beswasawase. And as it stands now, Mutaka is leading with a difference of 10,147 votes. It's leading with a difference of 147 votes. Now, Miloka say 139 polling centers and about various polling centers. Well, Asawase, Asawase Esopa, Omukota 214. Out of the 214, 193 and available CCR. And these are the provisional results. Manaf of the NPP. And they are starting 26,956. 26,956. And Mutaka Mubarak, 37,103.
Aswase will forever remain with the NDC.
Very interesting.
Aswase will remain
with
the NDC.
But congratulations to Waunia A+.
Okay.
Yes.
A+ FM.
A+ to the comfortable lead. In fact, when we were doing it, we started jubilating.
On started jubilating. But among kind polling stations in Nigeria,
but we started jubilating.
But only leading.
Yes. And we started jubilating.
You can't say A+ are winning. You say O leading. Honorable Team Fojo O leading.
Yes.
Team Fojo leading. Me say Obi has sent me a message saying Team Fojo. So nobody has said that. And also A leading. Now let me take you to Jano what to when is animal to?
Medinye. Yes, I come to pa.
As a Sunyane Yatani.
I will not be surprised.
I said, maybe yeah.
And then Sasukwa Katie Hammond.
Obeko.
Katie Hammond will come back. The NDC candidate had a tough time. A very tough contest.
Therefore, miracle Abuaje. Kasama from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign.
Yes.
Or yes, a trophy
for too much. We're basically asking for what every single Ghanaian is clamoring for. But as usual, we have our friends from the NDC, their usual playbook. 4 years is here again, and we are going through what we always go through every cycle. Our electoral process is one of the most transparent electoral processes you can have in the world. And we don't have to do too much to ensure that we get what it is that we are looking for. And to see the NDC jittery, extremely jittery. I mean, just a few minutes ago, we all watched a very unnecessary, very unnecessary, disgraceful press conference from the NDC. And you can see the demeanor, the high level of uncertainty, from them. They are completely unsettled. And it's simply because, like I always said, one, they were overly complacent. Two, they took the good people of this country for granted. And they assumed that once it is 8 years, they are coming to power. Reality is settling in. And instead of doing a self-check and a reality check and improve upon themselves, they want to inflict upon the entire country the damage that they themselves have brought upon themselves, and they want us to all live and live together. That is what we are not going to allow. And we want to thank every single Ghanaian, every single citizen of this country, both those within and without, those living abroad, for working together with all the institutions and bringing us this far. We encourage everybody to remain calm but extremely vigilant. Trust us. Believe us. This election is going to go to a very sensible conclusion. Nothing else. Trust the MPP on that. It is going to go through a very, very, very successful conclusion, and a very sensible one as that. As usual, the NDC is doing what they know how to do best, behaving in the most irresponsible and disgraceful manner that you can expect from a political party. They are calling on their supporters at this hour. Elections are over. Your supporters were supposed to mobilize the people and get them to their votes, their polling stations, and cast their votes. That is what political parties do. Simple process. Campaign, encourage your supporters to canvass for you, get the voters to go to the polling station, cast their vote for you. Everybody in the full glare of the public, the counting is done at the polling station. You have agents. All the other political parties have agents. You finish, you sign at the polling station that you accept the results at your polling station. When that is done, simple process. Move your pink sheet from the polling station and take it to the Constituency Coalition Center, where you have your agents there with the Electoral Commission. And what is going to happen there is simple. The sheets, the pink sheet that your agent signed at the polling station is being brought to the Constituency Coalition Center. And that is where those figures are going to be put together and summed up. When that is done, the constituency would now pick the constituency sheets from the Constituency Coalition Center and take it to the Regional Coalition Center. At the Regional Coalition Center, let's use the Eastern region as an example. 33 constituencies. All they are going to do at the Regional Coalition Center is to pick the 33 constituency coalition sheets, which you have a copy, and sum it, and then move it from there and bring it to the center, which is the Electoral Commission here in Accra, and they put together 16 coalition results, and we have our elections called. And so it's baffling, extremely baffling to have the NDC behave the manner in which they are behaving. They continue to also peddle some falsehood. Somewhere around 4:30 p.m. thereabouts, the NDC held a press conference, and they are saying that the NDC organizer in the Ashanti region has discovered 500,000 ballot papers, which they claim are ballot papers that they have discovered being hidden by the MPP. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a complete falsehood. It's a complete lie. It's a falsehood. All we saw in that video is Joseph Jaman, the organizer of the NDC in the Ashanti region, holding his own phone, having a camera placed on him by his own people in a certain room with no resistance. No owner of the room, no owner of the house, not a single person they met in the room accustomed, standing and having a conversation, cheerfully telling somebody that I've discovered ballot papers. Our checks indicate that, first of all, the room they claim they discovered those ballot papers are not even at the location they indicated. Number two, these are actually ballot papers that Jaman himself took to the Ashanti region for whatever reason. Remember, they have already given some of these ballot papers to the youth organizer of the Atwima constituency. The police had already issued a statement on that. We showed a video earlier on, and maybe before I conclude, I'll show that video, where the son of the constituency youth organizer of the Atwima constituency was arrested by the Ghana police. For attempting to stuff a ballot box with 79 ballot papers. These ballot papers were part of the ballot papers that you saw Joseph Jaman standing by. What had actually happened was that Joseph Jaman Yamin realized that he had 30 minutes for elections to end, and he had not been successful to execute that task that had been given to him by his party. And so to save his face, he all of a sudden goes on video using a selfie and telling the whole country that he's found some ballot papers that belongs to the MPP. That's an outright lie. It's a complete falsehood, and it's something that everybody should disregard. We are calling on the Ghana Police Service to investigate to the latter that video that Joseph Yamin has put out, because they are an absolute threat to the stability of this country. They do not show us the number of the alleged ballot papers. We never see it. We only see some brown boxes or brown papers, in the corner. They do not tell us the exact quantity that they have, because you have the deputy spokesperson of the flag bearer of the opposition party indicating on her Facebook post that they have discovered some 300,000 ballot papers. Then Joseph Yamin says 500,000. Then another NDC person says 400,000. So it tells you the kind of people they are and what it is that they are doing. Again, we do not see any MPP official in the video. So think about this. Joseph Yamin, for some reason, has magic. Identifies a building that has ballot papers, goes into that house, and there is nobody in the house. Joseph Yamin walks into that house seamlessly. The Joseph Yamin we know has a suspicion that there is a ballot paper hidden in the house, would start recording himself from the room before even getting to the gates, before walking into the room. Strangely, Joseph Yamin switches off his phone or his video, breaks into whichever house, opens whichever door, gets into a room, and then only begins to record himself inside a room. These guys really take the entire country completely as fools, because it doesn't just add up. The same Joseph Yamin gets into the room before inviting media. The Joseph Yamin we know, having picked intelligence that there is some ballot papers hidden somewhere by the MPP, will call the media, call police, and walk in there with them before he even puts a video on himself. He doesn't do any of these things. Again, we only see him in the corner with a video on himself. Now, you've discovered some 500,000 ballot papers in an MPP stronghold, and then the only evidence you show us is a selfie of yourself in a room having a conversation with somebody excitedly, telling the person that you've discovered some ballot papers, and then telling us that you are now calling police to come and do whatever it is that you expected them to do. We all know the reasons why the NDC are behaving this way. Everybody in this country knows that this is not the first time we're going through this. Unfortunately, as a people, we have to deal with being inflicted with this every single election period. The NDC are clearly losing these elections, and they know it. As we speak, the elections have already been counted at the polling stations. Every political party has copies of the pink sheet. They know it. They know very well they are losing these elections, and that is why they would call for havoc. We are winning these elections as a party. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is winning these elections, and that's why we are saying that let's protect it. If we are winning, why would we want the electoral processes to be disrupted when we are winning? And so, I'm sure a lot of you recall the story in the Bible. I think it's a Solomon story. The story of the two rival women, where they went to sleep, woke up in the morning, and one of the babies are dead. Now the king calls these two women fighting over the living child. And then he says, why are you fighting? They said, this is my child, this is my child. Then the king says, okay, no problem, bring me a sword. This is the living one. Cut the living child into two so that you can all have a half of it. Now, you remember, the woman who knew very well that the dead child is her said, yes, kill the baby. Kill the baby. Now, the woman who knew that this child is my child, and because he's my child, I don't want the baby dead, said that, my king, if you would please her, give her the child. All this woman sought to do was to make sure that her child does not die. But the other lady that knew that she was guilty, knew that she had already lost her child, was willing for both of them to lose their children. That's exactly what the NDC are doing. They know they've lost. They know they are nowhere near victory in these elections. And that is why they would irresponsibly call on their supporters to move towards the collation centers to disrupt the collation centers. Already, we have heard of incidences in some of the constituencies. We saw some on TV when some NDC persons were somewhere in Dansoman breaking through the collation center and basically attacking security services. What is this? At the collation centers, you have your agents. Why do you want to go and destroy ballot papers and disrupt the electoral process if indeed you are confident that you have won these elections? Why? Why would any political party that is willing and ready to lead this country, why would any political party that is very, very clear in his mind that he has won this election want to disrupt these electoral processes? We will not allow that. Just as we've told you from the get-go, throughout the process, we have blocked each of the ill intent of the NDC. Every strategy they brought into this election has failed. And we are going to continue to ensure that they fail at it. And this one is also going to fail. At this juncture, we are waking every single MPP supporter up. Wake up. Call your families, call your brothers, call your sisters. Go to the collation centers, protect the EC, help the police protect our electoral system. Our democracy needs to be protected. And it will take the citizens to protect our democracy against this dangerous political party, the NDC. Go there, stand there, touch nobody, but make sure that nobody touches any electoral material, make sure that nobody touches any security officer, and make sure that nobody touches any electoral officer. If anybody comes to the collation center and attempts to touch anybody at the collation center, you have our permission to touch that person because you are protecting democracy. That you have our blessing. And we stand by you for doing the right thing because that will be a patriotic action. As it stands now, our call on you is to collaborate and cooperate with these officers, electoral officers and security officers, and ensure that we protect the ballot that the Ghanaian citizen has cast, stood in the sun, some of them being beaten by rain and cast their votes. We are clearly wondering what it is that the NDC and their leader is seeking to achieve by these unnecessary and reckless comments that they are making. Not a single constituency as we speak has even lifted the hands of any parliamentary candidate in their constituency. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a process. As we speak, it is just 9:54. Every constituency you go to, they are tabulating their results. They are collating the pictures from the polling station. When they are done, that is when they will lift their hands of the parliamentary candidate that has won, and the electoral officer there will now declare that parliamentary candidate their winner. It is then and only then that any responsible political party would come on air and declare and indicate that they have won. We have our results. We know all the seats we've won already, but we are responsible. We are responsible. And we believe that to protect the sanctity of our electoral process and democracy, we should hold on to our numbers and our results until the Electoral Commission declares at the constituency level. Then we'll declare. Throughout the process, from now till tomorrow, any moment that the Electoral Commission lifts the hands of any parliamentary candidates, that is from the MPP, we'll call you and we'll declare to you. That is what responsible political parties do. This election is going to be won with intelligence and not muscles. No matter how strong you are, no matter how much muscles you are, trust us. We are beating you with intelligence. And we are going to do it like we've always done it in previous elections. And like I always say, just as it is in the DNA of the NDC, once we are thinking and processing and using the due process, they are pumping, like they say it, and they are lifting metals. And then by the time they realize they have lost, and then their followers will rise up against them. And then for them to hide behind the shame, they will call on their followers on the street. For the NDC followers, if you get on the street and the security agencies get hold of you, remember, you will be on your own. They will not be there with you. As we speak, Charles, the gentleman who is the son of the youth organizer of the NDC at Jaman constituency, is in police custody all alone. All alone. None of the NDC leaders are there with him. He is there all alone. And be rest assured, the police have shown clearly and indicated that they are on top of issues. And so if you get out there and misbehave to disrupt the peace of this country, you are going to find yourself wanting, and you'll be dealt with all alone. I leave all of us with 1 Kings 3:16. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 16. When you read 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 16, and you understand that parable of the two women, you understand clearly what is happening with the NDC. It is nobody's fault that you are not seen as a credible alternative. Please, let us live in peace. Kindly, save us all the trouble. Kindly, let us all live in peace. You recall, in the year 2020, after the December elections, the NDC went on the street for weeks, destroyed properties, disrupted lives, spent months in court, only for them, 1 year down the line, the chairman of the NDC today, to go campaigning to their followers and tell them that their lawyer actually told them that they have no case and that they have no evidence. But because they wanted to energize the base and not be seen to be weak, they spent the time and wasted everybody's time in the court. That's exactly what they are doing again. We don't mind. They can keep all this emotional roller coaster to themselves and their followers, but they should not draw the entire country into this unnecessary disruption. We will get back to you in due course when the Electoral Commission begin to call the parliamentary and presidential elections at the constituency level, and we share that information with you appropriately. Until then, friends from the media, we are calling on you to work with us to ensure that we keep the peace and safety of this country in one piece. And we are doing this not because we do not have muscles. We are doing this simply because we believe we have won these elections, and we want to have a country that is intact enough for us to be able to govern. Thank you very much. Well, she... Many of them, it was your phone, did you say? About them, Sambre, you move a bray, you to me, Kata, and you cry, and I. Now, the Dikai, you have more Ghana for you now, but to say, yet to me, I call about to you, not yet, Sundemua, Basabasa Yamba. The credit said, and they saw the about to I had to you credit to America for the own crowd. We now say, Yakoy, Yakoy, the Musha, first one. Obi to go salai to number near there. The society and then say, Yababo mobile, na Yaya Biakamo. Na Eco say, Yabet to turn us and Yaseno. Nene, the NDC, and they almost for you know. A Kamia say, almost say, or my Mayina, Yama, Yatua baby, Yatua baby, Yakan, say, more agent, ever Conamoni Electoral Commission, police for what's say. Now, a tutorial on Yaka. And when you say the weapon behind Nadia and in Canty Apple, Apple Sanyama, Apple Print. Now, say I tell my way, we're not NDC for a press conference. I catch up before there was some coalition center there. It was your for NDC 4% almost say, my neighbor, and my Yama. It is some way, the air catcher MPP Libya, one gonna half and then Yan so being Yan. One day, Yan, Ferobusia, Feronafo for. MPP Libya will be an Nako Coalition Center or Constituency. Combo Electoral Commission police for money. Combo police for Opa, Otia police for instance, now you're Montreal, your best secret, Coalition Center. Now can I say the call? They will say the mind is for Panama said on Quadia. You remember your process on everybody. You did say about 2 weeks. Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, Edin Kunim. We didn't Kunima. You did say about 2 weeks. Your MPs, no good one, and they winning about 1. Big sheets. Your JF police station. Yes, I can't get another. It's here in the area. Nemo and Rami say, and your electoral commission in Kua and the Betumi Abubo Amano. I am you, the kind constituency level no electoral commission double never now. I'm a power nipa. Omoji say MP about why they would be. The question is, constituency in Yapa, and I say electoral officer in Yapa, Nipa constituency in the pay. I said the year as a political party. You go to the Nipa in the day at Tuja. Say, Omunya ye, now say a big kind at the Tuja, even though you cry at figures, so you had the Tuja. Why not yet the Basabasaya day, Abba or mining? Your process, no, your patrol was share, and yet be beer, I am Mrakra. Your 2 about you, Munya Mudia dance here. But we are not 2 about now, even if we don't want to give me a kinkai, and my Abubo. The year, no, Obia sign, Sakrata ne friend the pink sheet na agent ne sign no. Ye de ni na ba constituency coalition center. Ye bedu wa e ho ne akeka bom. Ye ka bom wi a e ho ne ye be mu dia constituency ni mu. MP a o wi ni ye. E na president no so de dey o wi ni ye na de tia e ho be hia se wo ye amanyoko e se o to boas ne se ye bu coalition center ho a obi to be frɛ sɛ yɛ san kenkan biem mbra no ma ho kwan enti sɛ wɔahwɛ ne yie na sɛ woka sɛ me sheet na menya wɔ police station nti mede bɛkekan a woahwɛ a na de basabasa yɛ dɛn akɔba enti sɛ ndc fo bɛfrɛ press conference ɔmaka kyerɛ ɔmakyitafoɔ sɛ ɛsiane sɛ ɔbɔmu sɛ ɔbɔlu so nti ɔmokɔ coalition center na ɔmokɔ yɛ basabasa yɛ deɛ yɛmma saa kwan no abusuafoɔ wonya gyidie wɔ mpp no yɛayɛ bi pɛn yɛayɛ ne saa wɔnyɛ da di kan yɛyɛ the NDC for years so when you did become a moody said the media 2016 yearly 2020 yearly about ya to so sa seven almost a year so will be a entry said the media now omudin now yen in the quiet you of us when the my yabeshamamo yabeko your electoral process and by to ensure say Ghana be able to about nabano yabeko na bonfia and I say yabeto a train MPP for now coalition center home. They are combo Yabana Yato and Hombai. Opa, she a police in his same, she electoral commission officer in his same. They enter now, and for San could be a level. Sir NDC Nibid in the Saka police in it. And now NDC Nibid in the Saka electoral officer be a for Saka NDC. It's something says Sambrano, now what or man or mine and Hombai. Yes, some of the other uncle, no cost say the coalition center. Then somebody can buy on the Yama Hokai, Yang. You better with you near Bo by a size of Wobo or minor and Hobby. The Eke Nan said, Tell me Yamakai Solomon, Abako said no by Bumono, and man you knew about time you know money of Mako Diano. Yet that's all we are not about and the banner so I'm on the banner. Yanyami Yanakoya Kasaka says the same Colana said, almost a pound because only now Papa Bako. And see, we said the Otia Semi Ameba, where's to say we Ameba, where's the way Ameba. Yeah, come sa and a call na nanim. Na na share na some kai dey. It's a same kola me say. Nti e din so be mu dia e ne ba. Nti na na adwi mu do. Nti do kai ne say, "Ombra me se kai." Se mo se akola we e ba. E so e ba akopɛ mo ye mienu. Nti e be che ne mu mienu. Na ya mo bi afa. No bi ya de akola ne ye fa ye de ekofie. Na de tie ne say, "O che akola o tie ase mo mienu a obewu." Enti maame no nim say no kre ono na ne baewu no e ho ana original na na ai kuno na na chere mu bi na fa fa mame e ho na na hu say wo enye wo ba dia onim say akola no ye ne ba nkasa no o say na na wadaro ba mesrew akola we me na me ba me so betse se betse na se na me ba me ye ba ya pai mu say die anka na fa che no anya hwe kra bo no sa akola no ti ase a me hu na me mu say me ba no ye den etin kwem e ho na o hene kai say wo e na kola ne yoba enti je oba fire de fako ndc fo mu say abato no modi nkugu o mawe asai edwurebu bonu mu ya say dio e na say akamu ko ya say dio da fam no on sura hwe ase oba mu say oba wie edwurebu awie enti no omo from chita for so mo nko coalition center enkoko say no say ya na boye nyina e bo bia Dr. Mahmoud Bamiam edin konim MPP parliamentary candidate edin konim ye gbogbo mobile kopem say electoral commission for benya sumye e de abobo abato no mo be kaya enche bia 2020 abato etu ye NDC for the Mika caucus over the Kunim after they lost almost losing here no e ka cho be tita for nyina ne say MPP for you omo e to mo bra kro abu be gina kro for almost a week and disturb on my way nyina say niema e uko adwumane asɛ wo ka ya pipe wo ka ya sɛ nkrofo office ne ade e ko wie e wo ko court no ye bi sɛ wo sɛ evidence ba ko pɔ mo wo fa bra court mo sɛ mo ni Casio calculator and MPP chairman the court na e friend say court who beside say aha wo se wo nya say wo nyina so wo ya o say man fa ma in fact omo e bi mo ko coalition center so mo ko kenkan MNDC no omo ko no ti I could complain as a team and biscuit here and come. If you have a way, move agent to a coalition center. Mobile county, mobile agents in the mono. It's said, and brother, your church agents at the Suya and your choir fossil and the normal. No more training macho men. And now yet training agent, say sɛdeɛ yɛbɛfele form sɛdeɛ yɛbɛkenkan no na ndc for ɛtɛni macho men ɛti ɛnɛ yi ɛmɛ na so ɛsɛ sɛ yɛkenkan no macho men ntɔkwa no twam fitiabia ɔmakɔ saa ɛnɛ ntɔkwa no nyinaa si baabi yɛduru no yɛmfa muscles ɛnyɛ yɛmfa ahoɔden na ɛyɛ yɛde akenkan ɛna ɛyɛ ɛsiane sɛ ɔma mpepɛ for akenkan no nti ɔmo sɛ yɛnkɔ nkɔsɛe no yɛmma saa kwan no npp yɛwɔ macho ɛna ɛsan so wɔ nimdeɛ a yɛde yɛda yi ɛde di dwuma no nti ɛkwan bi a yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛbɔ yɛabato no ɛban no yɛbɛbɔ yɛde adwene nyansa ɛna ɛdi nkunim ɛwɔ abato yi mu ɛnyɛ macho ɛne ahoɔden a wɔ ɛwɔ wo honem deɛ yɛsɛ ghanafoɔ nyinaa ne sɛ moda munya gyidie wɔ yɛ mu momfa mo ani nto npp aban no a moto ababa yɛ no momfa mo ani yɛ dɛn nto yɛ so sɛdeɛ yɛbɔɔ maba no ho ban in 2016 sɛdeɛ yɛbɔɔ maba no ho ban in 2020 no ɛnyɛ nna yɛwɔ aban mu a ɛne yɛte akonnwa so ɛne yɛbɛma kwan so bi ɛmbɛgye mo aba ɔmato no yɛ dɛn ɛmfiri mu nsɛm yɛbɛbɔ mo aba no ho aban ama mo na yɛama electoral commission ne police fo nya asomdwe ayɛ dɛn ayɛ mo adwuma ɛbra no sɛ electoral commission ɛyɛ declaration wɔ constituency level a yɛbɛfrɛ na yɛaka akyerɛ mo sɛ wɔdi kum a kɔkɔda sɛ wohwɛ na wɔdi nkum nso a kɔ coalition center na kɔbɔ electoral commission fo ho ba yɛ dɛn ɛma yɛ na mo gyidie paa deɛ yɛbi ɛwɔ npp ama yɛkɔ mu sɛ waba no a wɔto yɛ no yɛbɛbɔ ho ban ama no yɛda mo ase bebree na mehyɛ mo nyinaa
to miracles Abuaje.
Yeri, Mami found to America and call a police stations to Dodua, Abba from various regions.
Presidential.
JB and Afia will be dealing with the parliamentary results and for our 836 polling stations. Our 836 polling stations. Seseya Meno Ekaseno 448 out of the 836 polling stations, representing 53.6%, and Abidru. John Dramani Mahama is leading Ahafo region now with 64,676, and Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, and so 57,322. We've told you time without number that the NDC may pull the biggest surprise in Ashanti region in this year's elections. Now, let's see. Ashanti region, there was 7,100 polling stations, the whole Ashanti region. Seseya Menoka say, emu 3,180 and Abidru. Central Kumase, Nina no Kabuma, polling stations aka SSA Ebano, endu 200. It's 3,180 in Abidru, representing 44.8%. Seseya Menoka say, John Dramani Mahama, ewo 293,317 votes. And Afeino, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, was 605,946. So John is gradually hitting half of Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia's votes in the Ashanti region. Then Yako thank you, sorry. Yako Bono regional. Say Bono 1,574 polling stations. My message was, Captain, how did you do that? But your way history records. I mean, polling stations in there across, but we are doing it better. That's our chance here. Bono 1,574 polling stations. Sesia Menoka say, it was 758 and Abba. That was John Dramani Mahama, ALD, 102,720. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, 85,788. Oba Bono Easter, 1,534 polling stations. Sesia Menoka said here, 674. And Abba Abidro, And also John Dramani Mahama ALD 107,034 votes, and then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was 64,382. CCA as it stands, police stations now abading for now no ababedro no. By percentage, John Dramani Mahama is leading with 57.2%. 57.2%. Now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was 42.2%. Solomon Amankwa ewo phone so Solo Madre. Pacho ma yentio.
Right, then I'm gonna say, and you bring in here after 4 years, almost show me at TV here with 95.1. I can say, yeah, me wo a year from library, new library, almost you are at 24 from the Electoral Commission, or more every year, the Coalition Center. And war a year phone customer so constituency. Now, it is expected around 272 polling stations and on a day or more a year materials now returning officer it's here no matter the city in an upgrade or must get not open up a day a year or must city Abiono near NTT Ebenya and Afrinia NTT Ebenya and other parts that would do a council on Bena. Around 130 years, and now Baby do about cute things and around 140 and so I'm a couple and happy now or meeting your kind in now over the process and cost now. It's only a pretty funny connect now we have a transfer, we have a transfer. Also, you know, I think cars are the Brinomonia and the police station on my. I make a car here now, yeah, throw on cars afternoon. Now, what the no and the Electoral Commission, what by your coalition center on nothing, or making it African and your boom or the terminal can say, yeah, the exercise, you know, very, very smooth. And yeah, Tokobia, HCC, I will run it, you know, 100 years from the polling stations up to the coalition center. And yeah, Tokobia, I'm a funny woman now. One of the polling stations left a biometric verification device, you know, not a name to my NT, and for far, what you can crack a buyer. Is there a bit more percent, according to the EC, you know, of my own mindset, manual verification makes me get on my father, that the EC officials, you know, so what you say, Naka, the biometric verification device, not a year to my, and then on the work, you know, to almost 10 years. A year about to delay Kakra, but Nina and me and Baswa, which would be a MP, our year incumbent, Honorable Birthday, President, the about to achieve, or not to the link to I think about what I can say, the Electoral Commission up for more than power, or said or not, or Mamaka at the and they said you will be about to the Koya, or not for the first African. So that's what the MPP, were more parliamentary aspirants will pray for MP and will a year for customers to happy. So the William for sure Asante, and also Eddie Matibody Eddie you know, and we want more not a Caprani, police for fire service for prison for immigration for a year in their numbers for the first time. When the way I'm not police to follow any or more to about every relationship. Not in intrapersonal relationship. No, that's the one thing I said. Yeah, you look at the connection of the show about 130 boxes and the first thing I said, I can't go. But when you're to do it here, it says I got about 142 boxes and also putting a kind from other polling stations. So for now, you are a car and to copy and see, Obia in Blue, Obia Kofan Castle, Kofan Castle, and Kofan Salamai. And can answer the process, a very smooth Obia expert to say, say the piece of Arsenal, Sam of the Bakobi, and Kokobia said, now a result given your coalition sector, never do even your police station, never do coalition center, never suffer from what you are trouble. Obia, the NDC, or more a year. Yes, I hope we are also one crowd, as I say, one extra, or making sure that at least on the Obama, and before collation center, I can confidently tell you that the National Democratic Congress was an upper hand and was remember that since 1992, and yet that any other political party, any seat apart from the NDC, from 1992, ever 96, ever was 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, NDC and Alpha Ekojano. No, this time around, it looks as if I don't know, it was certain as a force through a flow in 2020. And no more about that. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama is likely to win this particular election right from the polling stations. It is time for more NDC, for more Jovenia, no matter how, the population center. I would say, and they will make sure that every ballot is counted. They want to make sure that it is being counted. For example, a year new library, collation center.
Was say Solomon Amankwa BBSC Shra Unyabema Metal Zafreo. Solomon Amankwa, I would say Nenkano about what the sanity yana I had na Cheselby Jidani Kakra, no be Sukakra, no be Serikakra. I mean, it's normal. It's normal. It's normal. Say no. Me do betu me come more polling stations do abanone we no ye kwani mu kakra, and then let me refresh this, and then we'll take it from there. Shall I say ewo ahafo John Mahama and LED with 65,986. And I feel Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Ako 58,583. Ashanti region, John Mahama 304,549. And I feel Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Ewo 605,915. Into Ashanti region. EC press conference. EC4 press conference.
We still have voters in the queue, but would be allowed to vote provided they were there at 5. Currently, collation of both presidential and parliamentary results are underway in all the 276 constituency collation centers. The commission wishes to inform the leadership of all political parties and presidential candidates that the collation centers are restricted areas. Only persons who have been accredited by the Electoral Commission can have access to the constituency collation centers, and each candidate has 2 agents at each of the collation center. There is no need for the collation centers to be overcrowded. Reports from the regions indicate that about 60% of the polling station results have been received at the constituency collation centers. We also have reports of the number of second requests for recounts at polling stations. So far, we have only 1 polling station, which is the Swaman constituency in the Western North region, which has recorded a second recount for votes at the constituency collation center for the final recount by the returning officer. With respect to the performance of our returning officers and collation officers, they have performed their duties creditably and professionally, and have so far been very impressive, and the Commission would still urge them or encourage them to discharge their duties professionally as they start to collect results at the various collation centers. With respect to security presence, their presence at the collation centers has been stable and very encouraging. The police has been able to maintain effective security at the collation centers so far, although a few of the centers that have been overcrowded, they have been brought under control by the police. We also have some observers at the constituency collation centers. We have CODIO, we have ECOWAS, we have AU, and the Commonwealth. With respect to political party or candidates' agents at the collation centers, most of the candidates have their agents currently at the collation centers where collation is ongoing. The candidates have been very cooperative at the constituency collation centers so far, and we still urge them to cooperate with the Commission to ensure a seamless collation process or exercise. With respect to the media, the Commission appreciates the high level of their professionalism demonstrated so far. But we, however, urge the media to always verify or cross-check their information, as well as, importantly, the results that they put into the public domain. On this note, we want to thank all of you, and from here, we will be heading towards the collation center, the National Collation Center, and wait for the results from the regions. Thank you.
The Electoral Commission press conference, I don't know, National Coalition Center, and Mami Jane Adukwe Mesa, and the presiding officer, and the presidential elections. As it stands now, Ofa, polling stations now, Aba Abedruno Enina, polling stations now, Aba Abedruno Enina no. Don't forget, say, your 40,976 polling stations. Now, see, 17,676 and Aba Abedru. Now, and on John Dramani Mahama, he did with 2,635,087. And Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wrote 1,942,924. It is a for the BBC questions.
Certain coalition centers. I just came from the Cloticoli constituency. The ballots were still not coming in. The ballot boxes were still not coming in. Some are still yet to even enter the coalition center. Is the EC still on course to collate and declare the results within 72 hours?
I am Araba Edu from GH1 TV, Star FM, and all our affiliate stations. Now, our correspondent is reporting of a shooting incident at the Ebuakwa North EC office. Has this come to the attention of the EC, and what's your reaction to this?
My name is Zita Okwan. I work with Class FM. My question is about collating of packing of ballot boxes from the centers to the coalition centers. What did the EC plan to, or how did it?
EC, how did the how this it's even a year how Auntie Yaba back now. OJ? Okay.
I remember some few provisional results. I mean, these are provisional results are Eba Ewo Takwa Swayim as it stands now. Takwa Swayim Ewo 263 polling stations Ewo Takwa. Out of the 263, 216 and they are available. George Mekuduka and Yabu 23,771, representing 36.43%. And Isa Salifu, Taylor of the NDC, and they are setting 31,185. Joycelyn Andor, independent candidate, as a starts now, when you are 10,689. With provisional results, Ewotakwa Usayim as it starts now. 216 polling centers out of 263 polling stations.
India, so Joycelyn Benyabi.
Yes. It's
quite.
And what do we have in Constituency back?
We're ready.
You
sure you are ready? Yenko. Regions in any results are a free various polling stations. CCA woko eye ahafwa 836 polling stations. 836 polling stations. CCA 462 and abba. 462 no represented 55.3%. John Mahama is leading with 66,774, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia with 59,093. Ashanti region almost 7,100. CCA there Abba 3,340. 3,340, representing 47%. And almost and John Dramani Mahama was 310,043 votes. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was 637,048 votes. So Bawumia is leading Ashanti region, Mahama is leading Ahafo. Bono, 1,574 polling stations. CCI 797 and Abidru, representing 50.5%. John Dramani Mahama is leading Bono with 108,019 votes. And then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia won 90,149. Bono East, 1,534 polling stations. CCI Amenoka says 710 and Abba, representing 46.3%. John Dramani Mahama, once again, is leading the Bono East region with 113,547. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was 68,426. Central region, was 3,638 polling stations. Sisei Amenoka say 1,728 and Abidru, representing 47.5%. John Dramani Mahama is leading Central region with 279,423. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and 181,624. Eastern region, 4,138 polling stations. 4,138 polling stations. Sisei Amenoka say 1,916 and Abidru, representing 46.3%. John Dramani Mahama, 227,843. And after Dr. Mahama Bawumia, 254,164. Greater Accra, 7,914 polling stations. And after 3,238 and Abba, representing 40.9%. As it stands now, John Dramani Mahama once again is leading the Greater Accra region with 522,647. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 284,796. Northeast, 750 polling stations. As it stands now, 190 polling stations now Babidru, representing 25.3%. Seseya Menoka say, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia LED Northeast with 28,650 votes, and I feel John Dramani Mahama with 25,242. Northern region, there were 2,464 polling stations across the region. Seseya Menoka say 484 na Abidru. John Dramani Mahama LED with 90,994, and then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 55,740. OT region, there were 1,013 polling stations. Seseya Menoka say 498 and Abidru. John Dramani Mahama once again is leading the OT region with 80,296. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was 33,457. Savannah region, there was 794 polling stations. Seseya 264. And Abidru, once again, John Dramani Mahama is leading the Savannah region with 47,511. As against 15,827 for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Upper East region, there were 1,592 polling stations. Seseya 431 and John Dramani Mahama is still leading in Upper East with 88,874. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia with 23,048 votes. Upper West, 1,307 polling stations. Seseya Menoka say emu 502 and Abba. Seseya Meno Ekaseno John Dramani Mahama once again is leading the Upper West region with 84,941. Bawumia 26,772. Yenko Isia Yeba member of Volta Western and Western North. But John Mahama is leading Volta region, leading Western region, leading Western North.
And I'll tell you something about Ayawaso Central.
All right, but Yenko Isia Yemra. Ayawaso Central.
Election material. So if you have that information, you can give it to us. We will investigate. But that is not the policy of the commission. Thank you.
Right. So, Bernard Atuata, United Television, kindly furnish us with the remaining 5 areas where recount.
Agency data says there is overvoting. For coalition center, one of the kind of irrelevant overvoting. The number of people. The first one, second one,
Okay. So by the checks done by the Direct Electoral Services at the polling station, one of the agents raised the issue of overvoting. So that's why it was sent to the Constituency Coalition Center. They did a recount and they found out that there was no overvoting.
So the remaining 5 places where recounting has been called for.
No, I said so far it's only one place which has come to the attention of the commission.
Okay.
And that is Jaman.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Tete, please could you kindly confirm the tear gas incident?
Please.
At the Okaikwe?
Yes, that also hasn't come to the attention of the commission.
Okay.
So the tear gas by the police, no, it hasn't. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, we said 5 questions and 5 questions. We've gone beyond 5 questions. I would like to thank you very much. If you have questions, don't worry. You can ask any of the directors, any of the commissioners. We are available. Right. At this point, we'd like to thank all of you for coming. The commission, the directors. As the chairperson of the Electoral Commission said in our first press briefing, the National Coalition Center is open. And therefore, if you have accreditation, you can enter by just showing accreditation for the National Coalition Center. If you don't have accreditation for N3, please don't attempt. If you don't have anything doing here, you don't come close to this place. On this note, we wish you good night.
Yeah.
All right. At the yes, I should have a Yembra studio na JB and trust my voter region and war 2,373 polling stations. I see, I know 1,500.